Hey guys, welcome to Atari Series 7. Today I'm reviewing this, which is the Joker vs. Batman tech armor. So really cool, really bust on this day. I believe this is a Walmart exclusive, and I had seen images of this online, but I have never seen it in stores, so it was pretty cool to see this. And we got a nice clear view of Batman, the Joker, and the Joker tech armor in there. And from as far as I can tell, this is not based on anything. This is an original design. The closest thing I've seen to it is a Detective comic. I don't remember which Detective comic, but it was a version of Detective Comics in the more recent years in which Joker had some kind of a mech. But it was designed very differently than this. And the reason why that's semi-important is because there is a Batman robot also in this series that is based on Jim Gordon's version of that suit. So it's kind of interesting because Spin Master does do original things, but a lot of times they do try to base it off stuff as well, and also kind of ignore my messy background here. But this is a really cool set. We got a nice review of them box, like I mentioned. We got Batman up here. I like the new style packaging, and this is really fun. This little card thing that comes with the playset. When you pull up, you can see the image changes, and this is just really fun. It reminds me of the trading cards in Season 1, or not Season 1, but the first wave. But it's just more unique, and you can actually kind of play with this. Like, to be honest, I spent like 10 minutes when I first got this thing just doing this back and forth, and it's such a kind of unique way to design a product too. Like, we don't see packaging like this that's this creative anymore, and that's something I love about how Spin Master rebranded their toy line. They actually made the packaging look really cool. I mean, that's not super important, it's just packaging, but you know, used to, like, toy companies used to put so much care into how they made the packaging look, and in recent years we've seen stuff just get kind of bland. But yeah, I think they did a good job here. And yeah, let's open this up and look at more detail. And here's a look at the barcode, just in case anybody needs it. So here we have Batman and Joker and the Joker mech, and from what I can tell, all three of these figures are exclusive here. I don't believe you can get the Joker mech outside of this, and I believe Batman is 100% exclusive, and I think the Joker is exclusive, but I honestly can't tell if he's different from the single tech Joker. But I think he is because they use metallic paint on this version, and Batman looks very cool. They've done this really nice mixture. He's got like these translucent blue teal paint on his legs, and then he's got this like darker metallic translucent paint for the rest of his body, and he just genuinely looks cool. Like, we've seen a couple different Batmans in this series, but this is a very cool Batman, and probably the most unique looking Batman I've seen from Spin Master yet. You can see the pegs inside of him, which some collectors don't like when they do translucent figures, but personally I think it's kind of cool, and yeah, I just think he looks really neat. It's just a unique looking version of Batman. And then looking at the Joker real quickly, Joker is pretty much the Wave 1 Joker, but they've sculpted all this new weaponry on him. I mean, it's kind of weird seeing the Joker like in weaponry, but anyway, it's kind of interesting too. And they also did resculpt his chest here, and you can see he doesn't have like that bow tie thing anymore, so you can kind of see his collar, which is a little strange. But they did use metallic paint on him as well, and I think that's what differentiates or makes it different. I don't know why. I always have trouble saying words. And it's never till I film a video. Like, I have very good English, but I'll pull out my camera, so I apologize for that. But yeah, and they also did sculpt the leg differently. As you can see, the boot kind of comes over the pants there, which is a little weird, but also kind of cool. And yeah, it just looks really neat. I do like how they changed it where it needed to change, and the face is also kind of super creepy, but I think it's a pretty unique looking version of the Joker. And then here we have the Joker mech, which looks really cool. We have these green canisters, which are kind of like guns on each arm, which are pretty neat. And it's kind of like this translucent purple. It's got ha 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 written there, and we have these orange shoulder pads, which are nice. We have the orange knee pads there as well. And then you can see the back of it, which has some black there in the middle. And it's a pretty cool looking mech. And then here's a comparison with the Joker, to kind of show you like a hype size of it. And you can put the Joker in here, which I'll show off in a second, partially due to this. And yeah. So we take Joker, and we take the mech here, and it's kind of weird how it opens. Like, it opens here at the top, but it also opens here at the chest, and then it opens here again. So it actually has like 3 to 4 points where it kind of hinges, and that's just really weird. But you can kind of like take it here, and then you put the Joker inside at his legs there, and then you clip it back. And then you clip it again over the Joker, and then you can see Joker's face, and you clip it another time, and boom, Joker is locked in. Now, I will say it does not snap in at either of these points very well. So, you know, for collectors, we're just going to kind of like put this here and kind of maybe move it around a little bit. You'll be fine, but if you're a kid, this might kind of annoy you a little bit because, like, when you kind of move it around, it does start to open. But it's not super noticeable, and it's not a major detail. And it does look really cool with him on the inside, and the mech also does have arms that rotate. great, but the legs do not move. It would have been cool if they had moved, but I understand why they can't, because otherwise the Joker's legs in there, that wouldn't have worked out very well. But yeah, overall, it does look pretty cool, and I do like it. And I do want to show off the articulation on Joker and Batman really quickly. I mean, it's the same as the other Spin Master characters, but I still like to show articulation. You got a 360 to the head, 360 to the arm, swing out the shoulder, bendability at the elbow, and a 360. The legs go forwards, backwards, and outwards. You got a 360 to the thigh, single joint knees that rotate 360 as well. And then for Batman, you got 360 at the head, the arms rotate 360, swing out at the shoulder, but kind of stiff. Free bendability at the elbow, and a 360 at the elbow. The legs go forwards, backwards, and outwards, 360 at the thigh, single joint knee, and 360 as well. So in terms of articulation, pretty good. And in case you're wondering, you can put Batman inside of the Joker mech as well, which is pretty interesting. I like that you can do that. And I believe the Batman mech that's coming out is going to be the same sculpt. I just think the head piece is going to be sculpted differently, and maybe the shoulders. So that kind of makes sense as to why Batman can fit. And here's a comparison of Batman with the Walmart exclusive version that comes with the Bane Moto tank. Very cool. And here's a comparison of the first Joker, the Wave 1 Joker, that they first ever released with the new Joker. And as you can see, like I mentioned, they did reuse some parts, but they did actually sculpt quite a few new ones on the legs there. And then also in the body, like with the torso. And it's hard to notice at first glance, but there actually is a new head sculpt. Like, they look the same, but once you start looking at them a little bit more, there actually is a new head sculpt. That's kind of interesting. And here's my comparison of Wave 2 Spin Master figures that they put out that I've collected so far. And most of these I found in store. I found the Batman Mech, which I talked about at the start of this video. I found that in stores. And I found the Riddler in stores, but I didn't see the Moto tank in store. I ordered that online. But when I was getting the armored mech today, I did see the Moto tank. So it is coming to stores. It's just not all of the stores are getting it right now. So you might want to order it. That's what I did. But yeah, regardless, it is going to come to stores eventually, and I will say that's one thing I like about Spin Master over Mattel. I like a lot of things about Spin Master over Mattel, but the main thing I like about them is just they're able to actually get products out there. And I would say that was Mattel's biggest flaw when they had the DC license. They just couldn't get the products there, and they still have a lot of issues with that with things that aren't DC products, but I am happy to see that Spin Master is trying to keep up with that and not let distribution become an issue. But yeah, overall, I think this is a pretty cool set. It retails for around $19. You get 2 figures and this really awesome mech. And yeah, thank you for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.